Okay, so welcome to your acupressure for lymphatics. So what we're going to be really focusing on is the major areas where your lymph nodes exist. So specifically around the neck, the armpit, and the groin. And we're just going to use our hands with some acupressure tapping or thumping, whatever feels more inviting for you. When we do anything with the lymphatics, we want to start with some deep breathing. So I invite you to meet me on the floor on your back, and we'll start with some diaphragmatic breath. You can start with knees bent or legs straight, whatever just feels more comfortable for you and your body and in your space. I like to place my hands on my belly. It gives me something to breathe into, a tactile connection. But again, your arms can be however is comfortable for you. Whenever you're ready, just start to focus on deepening your breath, taking nice deep breaths into the belly. If it feels okay in your space, maybe you close the eyes or just soften the gaze and start to bring your attention inward. Notice where your breath lands, if it feels more rapid or in the lungs, or if it feels deep and in the belly. And what we want to find is that deep belly breath. So even if it feels difficult to physically do that, maybe you can imagine what it would be like to breathe into the hands on the tummy. And that might just spark some interoception of breathing into the belly. It's also really beneficial for your nervous system. This deep breath helps pull us into that state of relaxation, which is a really nice therapeutic modality if you're feeling stressed or anxious, just to come back to your breath. Something so simple can be so potent. I'll give you another minute here and see if you can't deepen or lengthen the breath in any way that feels okay for you. And then the first area we're going to come to with acupressure. And if you're new to acupressure, we're just going to use the finger pads or fingertips to gently tap. You could also do closed fist and gently tap just to stimulate the body. And the lymphatics we're targeting today are the superficial layer right beneath the skin. So we don't need a super strong or harsh touch. Actually, lighter would be better. So we're going to find an area just around the collarbones. You can be under the collarbones, you can be right above them, and maybe just about an inch or a half an inch to either side of the sternum. But just finding this spot near the clavicles and finding this gentle tapping just to stimulate the nodes and the lymphatics here. The breath and this tapping near the collarbones or around the terminus helps create an exit for the lymphatics, which is really important as we want to support our inflammation, our immunity, releasing waste byproducts from the body. Eventually, the whole lymphatic system will come through the terminus to the subclavian vein and back into your circulatory system. So creating this exit is really powerful. So as you continue with this acupressure, keep coming back to that deep breath. We're going to do just a gentle massage. So coming right above the collarbones, you'll feel like this little hollow or triangle of space right above them. And just find this gentle, like massaging, where you can stick with the tapping if that feels better, right above the collarbones. And again, as you continue to either acupressure with the tapping, or if you come into this gentle self-massage, stay with that deep diaphragmatic breath. I find it really helpful to close the eyes. It just eliminates extra distractions. But if that doesn't feel safe in your space, feel free to keep them open. And take one more deep breath here. And then gently release. I invite you to take your left arm out to the side like a cactus shape or a field goal shape. We're going to use the right hand to tap all around the left chest and armpit region, starting to spark the axillary node, creating the space for them to gather in the lymph, to filter it out, taking away what's not needed and sending that to the kidneys and the liver for removal, and then allowing what's good and needed to travel through the rest of the lymphatic system. As you keep tapping, keep coming back to the breath. Again, you could also do a fist and cover more space here. You could also massage the chest and the armpit region if that feels better. Whatever feels the most inviting for your practice today. Massaging, go ahead and finish with a little bit of acupressure tapping, either with the closed fist or the fingers. Coming back to that deep breath in the belly. And then slow the tapping or the rhythm of the tapping down. And when you come to a place that feels okay to stop, we'll just switch sides. So bringing your right arm out like that cactus shape, using the left hand, either fingertips or the fist, just to acupressure tap all around the chest and around the armpit, covering as much space as feels comfortable for you. And you can stay with that, or it might feel really nice and helpful to just gently massage all of this area, the chest and the armpit. Massaging, come back to the tapping. And then release. We're going to move down towards the abdomen and towards the inguinal nodes in the groin region. If it feels okay in your body to straighten the legs, that can be really helpful. And if you need a little release for the low back, you might slide a pillow or something underneath your knees. But we're gonna just gently tap through the abdomen. Again, it doesn't have to be a harsh touch. The lymphatics, the superficial layer, is right underneath the skin. So the lighter the touch, the more helpful it could actually be. And then eventually working your way down towards the groin and specifically the femoral triangle. So this triangle of space close to the inner thighs and the groin, the inguinal node at the roof. And you've got this band of muscle that runs from the frontal hip bone, wraps around towards the inner thigh and down towards the knee, so staying above that. And just like we did with the armpit, you can stay with the tapping. You can do closed fists, or you can do fingers, or if it feels nice, maybe you even massage a little bit towards the inner thighs. And the inguinal nodes can be really helpful for inflammation if you have or suffer from hip pain. It can be really helpful, as the lymphatics also help reduce inflammation. So this might be one you come back to. And again, if you were gently massaging through the inguinal nodes, just coming back to some acupressure tapping. And now that we've stimulated the major nodes, we're going to come back to that terminus, so above the collarbone, and coming back to that gentle massage, helping support creating that exit. We'll finish the same way we began, with that deep belly breathing. A couple other modalities that really support your lymphatics is just movement in general. So this can be a really helpful tool if you're wanting to support your immune health or inflammation, to begin a practice or end a practice with. Always beginning with that deep breath, creating the exit. And when you're ready, just gently roll over onto one side, press yourself up to have a seat, any seat that's comfortable for you. And hopefully feeling a little fresh, a little rejuvenated, maybe less inflamed in the body, but just sparking that lymphatic energy. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice. Have an amazing day, and until next time, be well.